Hey guys, this week we learned something new about the upcoming 2022 Chevy Silverado 1500 and GMC Sierra 1500 work trucks. And this is based on the information that came out of the Work Truck Show 2021 virtual show. And in this video, I want to kind of explain to you what's going on. It has to do with engine changes. Some engines are going away. Some transmissions are going away, actually. And of course, kind of give you an update on exactly what's happening with the 2022 Silverado light-duty half-ton trucks. So let's get going. The image you see right here is on TFLtruck.com, and this is actually a prototype that showed up about a couple of weeks ago. And we think what this is either the next Trail Boss or the next Silverado ZR2. So a little bit more capable off-road truck that GM is working on. We're still not quite sure what it is, but I'm using this image just to kind of talk about the 2022 model year, which is also supposed to have some styling updates on the front and back, because you see here, this truck is camouflaged, and several other prototypes that we've seen are also camouflaged. But this news has to do with GM fleet update, basically their commercial side of their business for trucks. And I put this here, turbocharged Trail Boss. So yes, the upcoming Trail Boss should have a turbo engine, which is kind of interesting, and I wanted to see you guys' feedback on this as well. It's coming from the NTA Work Truck Show 2021, and actually I have to give thanks to our friend Tim Estradal at Pickup Truck and SUV Talk also, because I saw some of his coverage on this show, and I was digging deeper into it. I used to love being at this show in person, but of course this year, due to the pandemic, this show is not happening in person. I wish I would have been there. So I was watching the GM presentation. Here it is, right here. And a couple of these slides came up. So first of all, this is model year 2022 for the Silverado and GMC Sierra. And as you can see here, standard engine across the board in the work truck, the custom Trail Boss, and the Sierra base truck is the 2.7 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. They call it the L3B. That's the internal order code for that engine, with an 8-speed automatic across the board. So that's already pretty interesting. And of course, there are optional engines still. And of course, there are other trucks I'm not talking about, like some of the other trims, the LT, the LTZ, the LT Trail Boss, of course, the high country trucks. We're not talking about those. We're just focused on the work trucks because those are the commercial vehicles that we're talking about right here. So this turbocharged 4 looks to be expanding, the availability of it expanding across the board, and also some of the engines are disappearing, because if I rewind a little bit here and I go into this presentation on this slide, it says the 4.3 liter V6 is going away for 2022. The 5.3 liter V8 with active fuel management, L82 code, which is the older generation 5.3 fuel management system, is going away. And also the 6-speed automatic transmission is going away. So yeah, this is quite surprising, because we knew that the styling and a few other things are changing, and maybe the ZR2 is coming, but I didn't quite expect this. So what does this mean? It means that GM is simplifying their offering, because right now they have up to 6 different engine transmission configurations, which can get mind-boggling. So it looks like they're simplifying it quite a bit. They're going to this 2.7 liter engine. And we've tested this engine several times on the iGauntlet, our MPG loops, even off-road. It offers 310 horsepower and 348 pound-feet of torque. Around town, it's a great engine. It has low-end torque. It was always mated to an 8-speed automatic, so that's how it was born, actually, for 2020 and 2021, those years. And it also kind of has a feeling to me like because of so much low-end torque, kind of like a turbo diesel engine. So it has that much power, actually. But it's not kind of, obviously it doesn't have that V8 grunt or the V8 sound and feeling to it. It just have nice, smooth, turbocharged power, and it's very high tech. It's a variable valve timing, valve control, very high-tech turbocharger. It can run on 2 cylinders or 4 cylinders, very high-tech engine. So this is very interesting that GM is going in this direction. So here's some of my summary as well on this point. So what do you guys think? Is this going to be good or bad, especially for the work trucks and the work fleets? Especially, well, we don't know the pricing yet. They're going to keep pricing the same, lower the pricing in some cases, or increase the price. Let me know what you kind of think about this. But I just kind of zoomed in on this. A turbocharged Trail Boss, which is a custom truck that we've tested also recently with a 6.2 liter V8. That engine is staying, but I wonder how that's going to be off-road. You have the suspension, the range of shocks, the lift, plus a turbocharged engine with lots of torque, and probably decent fuel efficiency. So I'm really curious about how this is going to play out. And of course, I'm looking forward to see if they indeed will have a ZR2, a truck that's in capability another step up over the Trail Boss. And also, what will power this beast? Is it just going to be the 6.2 V8, the other V8, or maybe a turbocharged engine as well? So as always, go back to TFLtruck.com for all this news, and also TFLoffroad.com for all the off-road coverage.